on TV? Now it can. Secure your Season 5 sponsorship by visiting richardwilmore.com. Advertise on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV by sponsoring The Richard Wilmore Show. Become a sponsor today. Go to richardwilmore.com now.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door. It's the Richard Wilmore Show.
I am here with the co-creators. You guys have a very long list of things you do for the show. You're the co-creators, the writers, the producers. You're in it.
Yes.
Public Displays of Insanity. Please welcome Paulina and Jeff. So tell me how this concept came up for the show.
Well,
You first.
Well, we were just kind of like dabbling, you know. We're like, what if we have like a little tiny show where we talked about what it's like for us to be actors, and we added some funny stuff to it. And I had years ago thought about what if, you know, we did that and it was called Public Displays of Insanity, and then we just started, you know, bouncing off ideas, and before we know it, here we are.
Have you worked together before?
Yeah.
Yes, so
Okay.
we you know, were on auditions together, did shows together, and kind of traded stories, and we're laughing at some of the stuff that happens, and we felt like, you know, a lot of people can probably relate to, you know, what it's like to be in this position, and we thought, maybe we should write this down. It might be an interesting concept. And next thing you know, we're like, you know, for 3 months going back and forth, messaging each other late at night, trying to come up with ideas, and it just kind of flew out.
Yeah.
And before you know it, we had 1 episode, and then we had 2 episodes, we had 7 episodes and a whole series. So it's pretty much based on our experience in the business. And you know, a lot of people are interested in what it's like to be in the business, and the things that happen, and some of the funny things that go on. So it's
And we added other elements to it, you know, like, you know, there's love triangles going on, stuff that appeals to the masses, you know, but, you know, interwoven with our own experiences as actors. So we're hoping to give a glimpse to the audience of what it's like to be in the industry, along with like all the other stuff that can happen in real life,
Right.
but, you know, just as industry people film.
And you filmed some of it here, correct, in San Antonio, and some of it in Austin. What's it like kind of going back and forth? Like, what is it like to film a TV show? I think I'm always fascinated. I love going to TV shows. I love hosting a TV show. So, like, I always love to hear that and see that behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. That's where the title comes from. I think a lot of people don't realize what goes into it. It's a constant grind. I think even some of our family members think we're insane, but you know, for doing it. It's, you know, you're going to auditions, you're constantly updating your resume, going to classes, all those kinds of things to, first of all, just to get into the business. And then once you're actually putting together a show, it's like throwing a party, the largest kind of party that you can think of, and trying to coordinate 100 people's schedules, and you know, you have things that you can't control, like the weather, and you know, who's around. It's just a crazy kind of process that somehow, by some miracle, comes together, and
We happen to do it 14 days.
You did it in 14 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought, well, that's the thing, so we brought a crew and cast together 14 days, not in a row, but 14 times, which to me is insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of insane, how come you decided to make yourself even crazier by having so many hats during this thing and being in it and being like, how come?
Necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, partly because we needed to fill those roles, and you know, one of the things about filming stuff in Texas is there's a lot of indie work going on here. It's not the big kind of studio work most of the time, so a lot of people have to wear multiple hats. And you know, hopefully we'll get picked up for season 2, and you know, one of the networks, hi Amazon, Hulu,
And we'll all
Hi, Amazon and Hulu.
Yes.
We're all available to work.
and somebody will pick us up and you know,
We'll
do
all
those
have
roles
one
for us.
job.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun?
Ultimately, we would love to just be acting, I think.
Yeah.
I think I speak for Pauline on that. Producing sucks, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who your producer is.
But-
But yeah, it's really, really hard. And for actors who love to act and create, I think being able to just focus on that would be a great luxury.
Yeah. Yeah. Producing is it's like the whipmaster of the whole thing. You have to keep if something happens, you're troubleshooting all the time. That's what you do as a producer, making sure things go smoothly, making sure things happen. And as an actor or as a creative type, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. Can you talk to me about the film, television industry in Texas? You kind of were talking about it, but how does that feel for you, or where it's going, television, when you can have an Amazon Prime show, when you can throw your show on YouTube and film it in front of a curtain? Like, what do you think the future of entertainment like that is?
Here in Texas?
Yeah.
I really think there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of, like Jeff said, there's a lot of indie, like independent people here, and Texas has a lot to offer.
Mhm.
I really think that in terms of talent, in terms of locations, just everything. And I really wish that some of these big guys would see that and come over here. There's a few big shows actually filming here in Texas, like The Sun, like Fear the Walking Dead,
Mhm.
but it's really far and few in between. And if we can put on something where they're like, oh wow, look at that, let's maybe take a second look. So that's what we're trying to do. So.
Was it difficult to do that with Amazon? Like, how was that to pitch to them and to kind of get them excited about, oh, Texas, yeah, let's
Well, we're hoping that Amazon will pick us up for season 2. There's kind of 2 different types of content on Amazon. There's the kind that's, Amazon produces and gets behind and creates, like, some of the series, the originals. That's what we're hoping to become. And then there's, all the other shows and movies and things that are produced elsewhere in other studios and things that are just distributing their content across that platform. And that's where we are. And we're hoping that by demonstrating that we have this audience and that people can really relate to this and find some value in it, that one of the networks will pick us up for another season.
And that's why you're here.
That is why we're
So
here.
we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Is it available now?
Not yet.
Not yet, right?
It's in post right now. We're in post-production, and that's going well, and hopefully we will be out in the fall.
Then you'll come back.
Yeah,
We'll have more fun.
it'd be great.
What do you say to the people, not even in Texas, but outside of Texas too, who want to do what you're doing and don't know how to do it, or thinking maybe, like the struggling actors who need some inspiration?
First of all, watch our show and learn something.
Take notes.
Follow us on all our social media at publicdisplaysvinsanity.com. And as well as Facebook and Instagram. Plug.
I'll put it all right here. It'll magically show up here when you watch it.
No, but I think the real thing is, just get out there and do something. Just grab a camera, grab a crew, grab whoever you can, and really just get out there and film something. That's sometimes the hardest thing, is just to get started. And it's not going to be great at the beginning, and it's not going to be a blockbuster at the beginning, but I think through time and things that you learn over the course of doing it, you will improve, and hopefully you will be able to gain an audience and be able to produce more quality stuff, and eventually, get to where you're distributing on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I will say that I was always afraid of no. When starting my show, I started my show in the basement. And then I moved here and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm going to go and I'm going to try and I'm going to ask, and I'll hear a bunch of no's, but then the Bear stage said yes, because they're crazy. So that's how it works, and then you try to do the best you can.
That's right.
Do you want to talk about the cast at all?
We have a great cast. I mean, amazing cast.
And we're like, what? Really? You want to join?
When we first started putting this together, I guess, word got out, people started seeing bits of it, and we shared the script, and there really became this buzz through the indie community, and people were kind of coming to us to be a part of it, which is sort of the flip way that it usually works. I mean, usually you're begging people to kind of be on your show and things, and we ended up with the filmmaker of the year, Christine Chen, as our director, and we have an Emmy award-winning actor.
Who was on Westworld.
Who was on Westworld.
Yeah.
Too busy to come today, though.
All of our talent, I mean, all of the guys and girls who are on our show are amazing, both in front of the camera and behind the camera. We have a great crew with Carbon-Based Films producing, so really just, it came together in a bigger way than we could have ever imagined.
We always tell the story that we started with, the show was like a little teddy bear in September somewhere around there, when we started and then towards the end of the last day of wrapping it was the big bear from The Revenant. We were Leonardo DiCaprio, and the show was the grizzly bear, and we're like, oh god, but it came together. We survived.
You survived, and you're here.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it to come out. We have a couple cast members here that are going to join us after the break. So we're going to be right back with Jonathan and James right after this. We'll be right back.
Jackson Logan! Where you at, boy? I'm calling you out, Jackson Logan!
I've been waiting for you, Jasper Black.
How's redemption treating you?
I ain't complaining.
Well, your daddy show did. Cut! Cut!
Swear to God, Jasper, you're giving me crap, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this. That's what your dad said. Pew pew. I don't feel it, man. You're about here. I need you here. This guy's giving you magic, man. This guy's giving you his heart and his soul. These guys, man. Look at those baby blues.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
look
brown.
at those baby browns. I believe they were blue because he was acting blue. You need to act like a villain, man. Show me that little eye twitch that you're giving me now. That's what I want. I need more John Wayne. I need less Jonathan Taylor Thomas. All right? Let's take it from there. Your line, bro.
All right.
All right. Lock it up.
All right, last look.
I want you to slap me.
Pictures up.
Yep.
Roll camera.
Harder. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if your business could have a commercial on TV? Now it can. Secure your Season 5 sponsorship by visiting richardwilmore.com. Advertise on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV by sponsoring The Richard Wilmore Show. Become a sponsor today. Go to richardwilmore.com now.
One of the fun things about filming a TV show or a movie is that you can be in a movie or a TV show with someone and never meet them before. Jonathan and James, welcome to the show. Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Jonathan Flanders.
And I'm James Robles.
And James, how many days were you on set?
2.
You were on set 2 days. I think it was on 6 or 7 days. And we just never had scenes together. So we're
This
meeting
is the first
today
time
for the
they've
first
met,
time.
and they're on a show.
I'm really impressed with James so far.
So,
Yeah.
you haven't seen his work yet, but you know, so far so good. Right? Did you guys grow up in Texas?
I did not.
I did. Yeah, born and raised.
Where? What part?
I'm from
I'm asking you
Texas.
questions.
We were talking about being almost. I'm
No,
gonna go. All the
Good
Ed
job.
are. You can have my seat.
I've never met him, so I'm interested.
Yeah, well, I'm from Far, Texas.
And now you're in Austin. Is that where you
Now I am in Austin. I've been in Austin for 5 years.
Like it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the traffic is something you should call
Yeah, the
home
river's not going anywhere.
No.
So they can't do anything about that traffic.
Yeah.
People, well, never mind. I love the traffic here in Texas. Where are you from?
I'm from New Hampshire, so currently my claim to fame is that I graduated high school with Matt Bonner. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
mean, you guys
movies.
look like it now that you say it. You sort of look like
I was best friends with his next door neighbor.
That explains why you look like
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were the generation that grew up with microwaves, so they're just all genetics.
And what brought you here?
When I got married, my wife was attending the University of Houston Law School, and she has family in this area, so we kind of ended up settling here, settling down here.
Settling here down.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
here's settling down.
We can just do it.
Settle down.
Settle down, will you?
Let's settle down.
What got you into acting?
Oh man, that's a complicated question. I kind of always liked it as a kid, and when I went to college, I actually went to college to study biblical studies, and I had a good professor who kind of pulled me aside and basically said, you got some talent for performance and for projection and things like that. So I think you should pursue it. And when I started pursuing it, I realized I really had a love for it, and really loved the process of the craft and getting better, and just storytelling. I was watching a clip the other day of William H. Macy, and he was basically just saying, ever since we had fires and we were sitting around the fire thousands and thousands of years ago, there was always some guys who were better storytellers than others, and that's all it is. And some people are just have the knack, they want to tell stories, and it really resonated.
You have an answer just like that?
Oh, no, that's a hard act to follow. I did not. I studied people, so I'm an anthropology major.
What?
Yeah, I figured, how do you learn about your character unless you know how to study people? So I went that route, and can't really find a job being an anthropologist with a bachelor's.
Is it easier to find an acting job than an anthropology?
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
But no, I've been doing that. I've been doing acting for a long time, within the community and stuff like that. But professionally, it's been a very short stint, but I've been enjoying it a lot. And it's something I love to do, something I've always loved to do. So that's how I ended up here.
That's scary to think about as professional filmmakers, that it's so easy to be able to do. You can grab an iPhone and make a movie. Like, is that scary at all to know that there's so much competition, or is that exciting?
I'm very excited by it.
I feel like it's both,
Right.
because it's like, well, it's so easy to just do it. But then at the same time, it's like, well, now you don't have the luxury to say like, oh, this is.
Yeah, I think it increases the level of competition, and so that on that aspect, it is kind of a scary thing. But I think anytime you create something, the quality cream rises to the top. So the better projects and stuff are going to get the attention, and hopefully, you always strive to create the best you can do.
Well, I feel like it's just a matter of the amount of barriers now. It's discarded a lot of the barriers. I mean, if we go back 80, 90 years to the golden age of Hollywood, I mean, it was like 3 studios, and they were only going to make like a certain number of films per year. And if you weren't one of the top, people, you just weren't going to get anything done. You weren't going to be in any movie. There certainly wasn't TV, and now you just don't have any barriers other than your own talent. Because you can get the equipment, you can find people to help you out, it's just time and talent. So for that's really exciting, that the idea of, it's all who you know, it's all who you can schmooze with, that doesn't really matter anymore. There's so much ability to make content, there's so many avenues to show your content, that to me it's a total benefit.
Yeah.
And there's different needs and like different markets that are now like emerging and stuff. Like you look at Rooster Teeth, who it's just primarily gaming, and they do videos about gaming and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just you get to find new things, you get to explore new avenues. So
And you can find new demographics so much easier now.
Right.
Whereas you go back 30 years, and the networks, they've got to come up with a sitcom to just get as many people to watch as possible. And, oh, they've got to be 18 and 54 years old. Or whatever. Well, now it's like you can find very specific audience members that you're going for. And that sort of information, that sort of ability to reach so many people is really exciting.
I want to talk about the show. What you guys, what it was like on set, how much fun you had. I want to talk about your characters. So tell me a little bit about your characters.
all right, so I played Patrick, who is the assistant of Brooke. All right, so I played Patrick, who is the assistant of Brooke, who's an agent. And he is basically all-knowing. That family-sized bag of M&Ms that you ate that you thought nobody was watching, he knows. So he has all the gossip, and he basically just keeps the office afloat and running as smoothly as possible. So that's basically Patrick in a nutshell. Yeah.
So I play an actor named Sean, and I assume that I'm friends with the character of Tom, but Tom doesn't like me too much. Sean sees the world differently than most people, so he's pretty at peace with the world and doesn't see bad in anyone. So he's kind of a perfect fit for the acting community.
Sean plays my nemesis in the series.
Knows everything.
In terms of,
But I think Tom's my best.
I was going to say, he doesn't know.
He's my, from the way I look at it, he's my nemesis. He looks at it as he's his best friend. But basically, he books everything that I should be booking because he's a little younger and better looking, obviously. And so, Tom works really hard, and he's just, he's a good actor, but he's kind of reached his limit in terms of the Texas market, and there's kind of also this like dark cloud over him at all times. And so Sean embodies that and kind of plays the foil to him.
But Sean's fun because he's not malicious about anything.
You seem pretty oblivious.
Right.
Very.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
What's your character?
I play Brooke. Brooke is the wife of Tom. She is a publicist. She's from a publicity firm, and she represents like big time, celebrities and stuff. And she is very job driven. To her is her career, and then everything else. So that's her. Very high powered, very.
Is it fun to like have all that power?
Oh yes. Everybody.
Tom is not famous enough to be a client of his own wife, but that's the way it goes in for Tom.
Take him on.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what he's doing half the time. So. Sure.
It's so funny. It's going to be a really great show. I'm excited for the fall for it to come out. We're going to take a break. The band's going to play, and we're going to play Family Feud with you guys in a little bit, okay?
Great, awesome.
All right, we'll be right back right after this.
I've just been trying to get Brooke and Jesse, been hiding them because, they're slowing down production because they're making a big stage.
Well, I just handle really big accounts for celebrities, when they're in town. Right now, I happen to be handling Jesse Mack.
Oh, well, I don't think I need to tell you about myself. I'm Jesse Mack. I'm an actor. I'm Mr. Hollywood.
So tell me a little bit about Jesse Mack.
What about him? I don't know. What do you want to know? Is that a hidden agenda question? What does that mean? What does that have to do with anything?
Poor girl. She would, lose her NuvaRing if it wasn't put up inside her by the doctor. So she just can't keep a hold of herself at all, and I'm just trying to hide it from everybody, and obviously...
Patrick!
Yeah, this is really last minute gig right here. I got a call from my agent at midnight last night. Wanted me to get here on set, 7 a.m. call time.
Apparently they had to replace some guy who kind of wasn't pulling his weight on set. You know, some people just can't deal with the pressure, you know?
Well, you know, some people go method, and I didn't go that far, but I did get into character. I watched a lot of Old West sheriff kind of movies, and just sort of tried to be in the moment. That's what I do when I act. I try to just feel what that character is feeling and just really express it through my actions.
Oh man, so I'm townsperson number 2, and it's just background, but Nikki London personally chose me to be on this set, and it's basically like a stepping stone to much, much bigger things.
And then obviously, I mean, Tom is a thing for Goldilocks, and I mean, it's just right, you know? It's pretty good.
So, Tom is one of my really great friends, and he's on set today, and I'm so happy for him.
Wouldn't it be great if your business could have a commercial on TV? Now it can. Secure your Season 5 sponsorship by visiting richardwilmore.com. Advertise on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV by sponsoring The Richard Wilmore Show. Become a sponsor today. Go to richardwilmore.com now.
You can catch them here on our show today as our house band, and they're also Saturday the 12th, that's this coming up week when you watch this, at the Alamo Springs Cafe. Please welcome our house band MC and the Mystic. talk to them right after this. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Thank you.
You'll be here next week, I hope. I hope also that there's a place that people can buy your music. Please tell me.
Actually, we don't have any music online. We do have an EP.
Good.
We have not put it online yet. It's really originals that Melody and I put together. And we hope to go to the studio soon to put some music together that we've all done, just like a live CD. But we do have some available after the show if anybody's interested. Of course, all my family's here, so they've already
They've heard it once or twice. That's right. How long have you been a band?
Melody and I have had the band for 2005. Yeah, since 2005. And since when was these 3 years?
Yeah, I've been about 3 years.
Awesome drummer. Awesome drummer, yeah. And Phil's been, I think Phil, you've been here about a year? About a year.
Kelly, you started singing at 10?
Well, yeah, not really wanting to, but I was forced to sing family, functions and, like parks and stuff, not really wanting to, but I've always loved music.
When did you start wanting to?
Actually, Melody and I did a little family birthday party for her mom when she turned 65 or 70. And so that was a lot of fun. I got the bug, and then we have some friends that are musicians, and they, said, hey, y'all should do a duo. So we did a duo for a while, and then Melody wanted to delve a little further, and she has, she plays electric guitar. She's an awesome guitar player, one of the best here in the city. And so she said, hey, let's get a bass player and a drummer, and let's do a band. And so we did. So we've been doing that ever since. I guess it's been about 10 years now.
You've been playing the guitar since you were 11?
Yes.
I'm doing research, and they're all like, they came out of the womb like doing things. I don't know.
These guys are awesome. Lord. They are awesome.
How at 11 are you like, yep, guitar, me?
What was that?
How at 11 were you like, I'm on the guitar?
Oh, well, I don't know. I was really attracted to it. There was a guitar shop that taught lessons nearby my house. I could see it from my backyard. And Dillby Music Center. And finally begged for about 2 years and got lessons. Actually, I think my dad got a guitar from somebody he worked with, so that's when it was kind of, okay, you got a guitar. Her mom knew she was destined to be a musician, so she named her Melody. Oh, she loved music.
Smart woman. Smart woman. Phil, you've been playing the piano since you were 6?
I started originally on the piano, yeah.
6 years old.
And then moved on to, the band programs in school. Took a few guitar lessons along the way while I was in elementary school, and here I am.
Here you are.
Started playing bass pretty much while I was in high school.
What other instruments do you guys play?
I play saxophone and guitar and bass primarily. Once upon a time I used to play drums. And
plays everything.
That's always been a dream of mine, is to learn the drums. And
Me too.
Right. I can teach you a few things.
Yeah,
we'll do an after show.
Yeah, after show.
It'll be something.
Drums only.
And every time I have a band on, I forget to be like, teach me something, but we'll do that later. You are one of the first electric drum clinicians?
Absolutely, yep.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so I started out being a drummer when I was 10, and then, just started getting in bands, and I got a job at a music store, started selling drums, teaching drums, so I was just drums. And then I guess in about 1983, I met a guy named Bill Bruford and Glenn Thomas. Bill Bruford was the drummer for King Crimson and Yes and a bunch of bands. And that's when the electronic drums were really starting to make their move in the industry. And I said, oh wow. I wanted to go to LA and get famous, so I started learning electronic drums, and I became the first guy that really started getting into them. And then I got hired by this company, Simmons, and then they put me out on a clinic tour, and I started going all over the world. And I got a calling card for electronic drums and started doing records with them. And I thought that was going to make me a famous drummer, so I just kept doing it.
Wow. How do people support you guys? Like, how do, like, going out to your shows, obviously, find you on the street corner, if you can.
Throwmoney.org.
Yeah, social media, we've got a webpage, www.mcmystics.com. We're on Reverb Nation, Facebook, so all our shows are listed. So yes, we need some fans, so come on out.
Come on out. Yeah, like I said, it'll be this Saturday. You're at the Alamo Springs Cafe in Fredericksburg. What else do you have coming up that I saw your calendar. You're booked through like October.
Yeah, we're booked every weekend in May and several places. Yeah, we're in Austin, San Antonio, New Braunfels.
The homepage is really great.
Yeah, I can't keep all those dates straight because there's so much else that goes on too.
Yeah, we'll put your website up
Yes,
so
thank
you
you.
can check.
Thank you.
How important is it for you guys to support local music? Like,
very important. That live music is very crucial. And I heard in Toronto they were having trouble with people supporting live music and trying to get the venues to start music earlier so people would actually come out and buy tickets. But yeah, live music is a big thing for us to support and of course to be supported as well.
Anything live, actors, musicians, all kinds of stuff that's live, shows. Wow, what an opportunity to see something, live and different. And so it's, anytime anyone can support live shows, it's great.
Yeah, I love it. I love going even to bands I don't know.
You never can tell what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
It's
I
like,
love it.
that guy drops his sticks, or sometimes she does crazy stuff.
Do you have any crazy stories?
Oh.
That you can tell that we won't get kicked off Facebook
Well, I don't know. How long do we have?
2 minutes is what I was told.
Well, let me tell you about the night the Jamaica trip.
Oh my God, we played in Austin a couple of years ago, and the ambassador to Jamaica happened to be in the audience with his daughter who attends UT, and they were waiting for the restaurant to clear. We were in the garden playing, and he really liked us, so he had his daughter take a picture of our banner, and then that was on a Saturday. On Monday, we get this email about the ambassador wanting to know if we wanted to come to Jamaica to perform for their 4th of July celebration. And I almost trashed the email because I thought, oh yeah, right. Yeah. And then Melody had seen it and she was like, hey, did you see that email? And she said, it looks legit. So she checked it out, sure enough. So we went to Jamaica, had a blast. It was
really crazy.
It was awesome.
Yaman.
Yaman.
It was really good. I really talked like that.
Isn't it weird? Like, you never plan something like that. You just
And people,
it was so fun.
Yeah, people were so nice. It was so nice. It was a really great experience for us.
How long did you get to stay there?
Was it 3 days?
4 or 5, 4 days, I think it was 4 days. Yeah, it was nice. We got to go to the ambassador's house, and it's all set up for entertaining, and the room over there is like we walked in, it's like. Really $4 million pad, and everything was decked out. You want this free? It's like, we stayed at a really nice hotel. They had a huge stage with a sound crew, and it was like, all of a sudden we went from patio in Austin to Jamaica. Come on! It was like, we'll come back every year.
What was so funny is that there was one man in the crowd that came up to Melody and he said, I want to hear Johnny Cash. They love country and western music, and we do some country and western music, so so that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
It was a Texas thing.
Yeah.
So we all they it was good, that's what I had. So it was cool.
Next time, let me know, I'll come with.
Please.
I'm not busy.
Play drums, percussion.
Yes. Yes.
Bongo.
That's my goal now. I have a goal for 2019. MC and the Mystics, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be great if your business could have a commercial on TV? Now it can. Secure your Season 5 sponsorship by visiting richardwilmore.com. Advertise on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV by sponsoring The Richard Wilmore Show. Become a sponsor today.